San Francisco, Cron, San Francisco 49ers legend Dwight Clark has died after his battle with ALS, his Twitter account said on Monday. Clark's wife Kelly took to Twitter on Monday to announce his death. He was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as ALS, in 2017. "I'm heartbroken to tell you that today I lost my best friend and husband. He passed peacefully surrounded by many of the people he loved most. I am thankful for all of Dwight's friends, teammates, and 49ers fans who have sent their love during his battle with ALS." Kelly Clark, Dwight Clark, at Dwight87, June 4, 2018. ALS is a disease that attacks the nerve cells and controls voluntary muscle movement. Most remember Clark from his memorable catch during the San Francisco 49ers game against the Dallas Cowboys in 1982. In under a minute, Clark caught the 6-yard pass from Joe Montana, which resulted in the team winning the game and advancing to the Super Bowl. The catch was arguably the best touchdown pass in NFL history. Clark was just 61 years old. "My heart is broken," former 49ers owner Eddie DeBartolo Jr. said in a statement. "Today, I lost my little brother and one of my best friends. I cannot put into words how special Dwight was to me and to everyone his life touched. He was an amazing husband, father, grandfather, brother and a great friend and teammate. He showed tremendous courage and dignity in his battle with ALS and we hope there will soon be a cure for this horrendous disease. I will always remember Dwight the way he was, larger than life, handsome, charismatic and the only one who could pull off wearing a fur coat at our Super Bowl parade. He was responsible for one of the most iconic plays in NFL history that began our run of Super Bowl championships, but to me, he will always be an extension of my family. I love him and will miss him terribly." DeBartolo recently hosted a reunion in Montana where many of Clark's former teammates came for one final goodbye. "It was beautiful because we got to see him smile," said former teammate Roger Craig, who said he almost fainted when he heard the news of Clark's death. "That's all I wanted, to see him smiling. We cried, we all got a taste of Dwight. All we wanted to do is see him smile the whole time. We all were there and he smiled the whole time. He made us feel good and I know he felt good knowing he had all those teammates there to support him." Clark won 2 Super Bowls with the 49ers during a 9-year career that ended in 1987. He memorably pulled down the winning touchdown pass from Joe Montana in the NFC Championship game against the Dallas Cowboys following the 1981 season, a play remembered simply as the catch. It's considered one of the most significant plays in NFL history and sent the Niners to their first of 5 Super Bowl titles in a span of 14 seasons. The play happened on January 10, 1982, when the upstart 49ers hosted the Cowboys in the NFC title game. With the 49ers facing a 3rd down at the Dallas 6 with less than a minute to play, Coach Bill Walsh called sprint right option. Montana rolled out and retreated under pressure from Ed Too Tall Jones and Larry Bethea before lofting the ball toward the back of the end zone. Clark leapt to make a fingertip catch over Everson Walls, and the 49ers went on to win the game 28-27 and then their first Super Bowl 2 weeks later against Cincinnati. Clark memorably wore a fur coat to the parade, start of a dynasty, said former 49ers president Carmen Policy, who later hired Clark as general manager of the Cleveland Browns. "I'd let myself go down the road of what would have happened if he doesn't make that catch. As Joe Montana says, what would have happened if I didn't throw that pinpoint pass perfectly angled to be in the only spot where he should catch and no one else would be able to interfere with it, but without that play, I wonder where we would have been. And I stopped thinking about it because so much happened after that." And yet, Dwight seemed to handle it in stride, and the two of them, the Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, they used to have fun playing off of each other, or who would take the credit, and this and that, and so forth. But it was a special day. In attendance that day was 4-year-old Tom Brady, who grew up cheering for the 49ers and has gone on to win 5 Super Bowls with New England. I got a chance to meet him when we happened to share the same orthodontist in San Mateo, and I sabotaged one of his visits just to meet him and shake his hand. Brady said, "He was incredibly gracious to me that day as a young boy. And I never forget the impact he made on me, as all our heroes do. I am sad tonight hearing of his passing of ALS, but I know he is now resting and at peace finally after many years valiantly fighting such a terrible disease." Clark joined the Niners as a 10th-round pick out of Clemson in 1979 in the same draft class that brought Joe Montana to San Francisco. He got there by good fortune after only 33 catches in 3 college seasons, as former 49ers coach Bill Walsh needed someone to catch passes from Steve Fuller at a pre-draft workout. Clark impressed Walsh enough to get drafted. Montana recalled that Clark left his playbook on his bed each night in case he got cut, but eventually made the team. He played on 2 Super Bowl winners, making 2 Pro Bowls and catching 506 passes for 6,750 yards and 48 touchdowns in 9 seasons with San Francisco. "We are grateful for the decades of love and friendship we shared," Montana said in a statement with his wife, Jennifer. "We are praying for Dwight, his family, and for all your prayers also. We will miss you dearly." Clark made his last public appearance in October when the 49ers hosted Dwight Clark Day at Levi's Stadium. Clark spoke to the crowd from a suite that afternoon in a weakened voice, calling his disease a little thing he was dealing with at the time. He also thanked the fans and dozens of teammates who came back for the event. "He will forever live on in our memories for the catch, but also for his kind, gentle and courageous spirit," Commissioner Roger Goodell said. "We send our deepest sympathies and love to Dwight's wife, Kelly, his family, teammates, and the many people whose lives he touched. He passed peacefully, surrounded by many of the people he loved most. I am thankful for all of Dwight's friends, teammates, and 49ers fans who have sent their love during his battle with ALS." Another 49ers legend, Jerry Rice, tweeted about Clark's death, "Love you bro Dwight Clark. Rip, Jerry Rice," at Jerry Rice, June 4, 2018. And New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady. Bartolo Sr. 49ers Hall of Famer Dwight Clark passed away peacefully on Monday, June 4 at the age of 61, surrounded by friends and family. The San Francisco 49ers family has suffered a tremendous loss today with the passing of Dwight Clark. We extend our condolences and prayers to Dwight's wife, Kelly, his family, friends and fans, as we join together to mourn the death of one of the most beloved figures in 49ers history. For almost 4 decades, he served as a charismatic ambassador for our team in the Bay Area. Dwight's personality and his sense of humor endeared him to everyone he came into contact with, even during his most trying times. The strength, perseverance and grace with which he battled ALS will long serve as an inspiration to so many. Dwight will always carry a special place in our hearts, and his legacy will live on as we continue to battle this terrible disease. Statement from the San Francisco 49ers organization. Clark was drafted by the 49ers in the 10th round, 249th overall, for the 1979 NFL Draft. He spent his entire 9-year playing career with San Francisco, 1979-87, appearing in 134 regular season games, the third most among 49ers wide receivers, and registered 506 receptions for 6,750 yards, 13.3 average, and 48 touchdowns. His numbers are among the best in franchise history, as he still ranks 3rd in receiving yards, 4th in receptions and 6th in touchdown receptions. He also appeared in 9 postseason contests, adding 48 receptions for 726 yards and 3 touchdowns while helping to bring the first 2 Super Bowl championships to the 49ers organization. Following his playing days, Clark became a front office executive 1989-98, where he was a part of 3 more Super Bowl victories and later moved into a consultant role for the Edward J. DiBartolo Sr. 49ers Hall of Fame. A 2-time Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl 16. He was also selected to the Pro Bowl in 1982 and 1983. In 1982, Clark was the recipient of the Len Eshmont Award, which is given annually to the 49ers player who best exemplifies the inspirational and courageous play of Len Eshmont, a member of the original 1946 49ers team. The number 87 jersey worn by Clark was retired in 1988. On January 10, 1982, the 49ers trailed the Dallas Cowboys 27-21 with 4:54 to play in the NFC Championship. Behind Joe Montana, Freddie Solomon, Lenville Elliott and others, the 49ers moved 83 yards to the Dallas 6. Then on a third-down play, Montana rolled to his right and threw to the back of the end zone where Clark leapt high and hauled the ball in with his fingertips. The pass was completed and the play is now simply known as the catch, arguably the single most famous moment in Bay Area sports history and one of the greatest in NFL history. San Francisco went on to defeat the Cowboys, 28-27, which sent the 49ers to their first Super Bowl and an NFL dynasty was officially launched. Born Dwight Edward Clark in Kingston, NC, Clark attended Clemson University where he began his career as a safety before moving to the offensive side of the ball. He finished his collegiate career with 33 receptions for 571 yards. Legendary 49ers quarterback Joe Montana tweeted this out. pic.twitter.com/ibvkzoik, Joseph Montana, at Joe Montana, June 5, 2018. More on ALS, http://www.alsa.org. Stay with KRON4 for updates on this breaking news story on air, online, and on the KRON4 app. What others are clicking on, greater than more stories.